Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Great to see you all. Thank you so much for joining today. I've got, hey, listen, I'm going to do something a little bit differently. So I'm going to ask you before we get started. This is going to be an interactive webinar, and I'm going to show you how you can use Charlie Chat in your business. So what I'm going to ask from some of you are a couple of things. If you could type into the chat box, your name, give me your address. I'll even, put up a fake address if need be. Tell me what market you're looking for. Tell me what type of properties you're trying to identify in that marketplace. Go ahead and type that in there. And then when it comes to the part where I get to show you how Charlie Chat works, I'm going to use one of you as a guinea pig, and I'm going to show you exactly what it will do for you. So, but before we get started, I want to, what we're going to do here, the name of this webinar is the Multifamily Playbook. And I'm going to teach you how to identify and validate true value add opportunities in multifamily investing. I'm going to show you how you can underwrite quickly so you don't overpay for the property. I'm going to show you how you can structure offers that get accepted without getting caught up in the bidding wars with the sellers. What we're going to be doing is finding real value add deals, doing some quick conservative underwriting. I'm going to show you how you can make an offer very, very quickly with the product. And take into consideration some of the offering mechanics so you know exactly what to do and when to do it. All right, let's see. Ed Lowry, let's see. Market Triad around North Carolina. Ed Lowry, Northwest Indiana. Let's use Ed's. Ed, I'm not, no offense, James. You can sign up today and start doing this. But Ed, give me a little bit more specific with Northwest Indiana. Is there a city? Is there a county? Is there a zip code that you want me to look at? So before we get, we're going to dig into Ed's area. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Charles Dobens. I'm a real estate attorney. I'm an investor. I'm the founder of the Multifamily Investing Academy and the creator of the Multifamily OS program for multifamily investors. And I'm the guy whose team has created Charlie Chat to give multifamily investors like yourself a very serious edge over the competition. And what I'm about to share with you is something that I have dreamt about all of my investing career. And this isn't just a new shiny object. Charlie Chat is the tool that we've all been waiting for. It is your AI-powered sidekick, and it's built to help you find better deals faster, underwrite smarter, market your business like a pro, and automate all aspects of your investing life as all using the power of what we call machine learning, which is otherwise known as AI. So today I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how it works, why it's different than anything you've ever seen before, and why I consider it to be the greatest tool I've ever seen in all of my investing career, and how it can completely change the way you do business. And I know that sounds like a lot of hyperbole, but give me the next 50 minutes or so, and I am positive you will be clamoring for access to what I'm about to share to you. So we're going to dig into the next level here, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to really familiarize yourself with Charlie Chat. So the first thing I'm going to do is what we always do, share my screen. So here we go. Now, when you come onto Charlie Chat, and Molly's going to put up the access link to it, this is our landing page, our sales page. It's the entryway into Charlie Chat, and it just kind of gives you an idea of the things that it's going to do. You'll be able to energize your investment decisions with using AI. You can ask me any questions you want in this AI bar, and the results will come from me. That sounds kind of strange, but really what they've done here is they've taken 20 years of my recorded training in multifamily, and they've run their AI bot through it and capture the data. So when you ask it a question, it will come back. And many times it sounds just like my type of answer. I was amazed when my students were using it, some of the results they were coming back with. It was fantastic. You're going to be able to do property searches. You're going to do AI chat assistance. Instead of me going through all of this, let's do it live. So here's what you're going to do. When you land on this page, you're going to sign on up. I'm going to log in because I already have an account. But just put in your email address. We're going to send you a code. You'll get the code. I'm going to jump on over here to my code, copy it, jump back on over. I'm going to paste it, take out the space, and hit enter. Login successful. So now I am logged into Charlie Chat. Now, let me jump on back over to see Ed's, see if Ed gave me Michigan City Multifamily. Okay. Michigan City, Indiana. So that's what we're going to start with right now. I'm going to come on over here to Michigan City, Michigan City, Indiana. And let's do a search. So as you can see, when you do a search in Charlie Chat for any multifamily around the country, we've loaded every single multifamily property from 2 units on up. So if you're a single family fix and flipper and you're looking to get into the multifamily business, this is a great tool for you because you'll be able to find 2s, triplexes, duplexes, quads. Everything will be in here at your fingertips. So Ed's asking about Michigan City. What do we know? What does Charlie Chat know about Michigan City? Well, one thing we know is that there are 149 opportunities in Michigan City. Now, what we can do is start to do a deep dive into these properties. Let's take a look. One way to do it is I can click on this and I can just scroll right through it. Take a look at these properties. Some of them pretty old, 1890s. Those are some pretty old properties. 1997. We don't even have a picture for that yet. 125 years old. Geez, these are pretty old. What we might want to do is filter it out a little bit more and come down here and say, we don't want anything built before 1950, let's say. 1950. All right, where are we? There we are, 1950. So I hit search, and now I'm down to 58 properties that are within the that age range. Now I can get even more granular, and this is where it kind of gets cool. What I'm going to do is jump back on over here. I'm going to reset the filters. I'm going to keep Michigan City in there, but this time I'm going to find value add deals or distressed assets. Look what you can do just by clicking one button. If I click on this Charlie's Picks, I have my choice of searching for motivated sellers, searching for distressed assets, searching for those deals that have private lenders, those deals that are value add properties, opportunities. And let's say we want to find motivated sellers in Michigan City. Now, what constitutes a motivated seller? When you put your cursor over the name, it shows you out-of-state owners who have owned for over 10 years and likely motivated to sell. That's our definition of a motivated seller. If you don't like that definition, remember, you can just come over here and create your own search any way you want. We've got all these parameters. And even if you search down here, if you're looking for assumable loans, if you're looking for auction properties or REOs or tax liens or pre-foreclosures, private lenders, all you have to do is go and design it as you want. If you come over here under distressed assets, those are the ones in legal and financial distress for pre-foreclosure tax liens. So we've already created that button for you. But in this particular case of Ed, now I know Ed, and I know Ed's a true real estate investor, and he knows the way to find good deals is through motivated sellers. So let's click motivated sellers in Michigan City. Remember, we have 150 multifamily properties to look at. Let's see how many of them meet the criteria, our criteria for motivated sellers. Okay, what have we come up with? We've got six properties that are motivated, that meet our criteria. Well, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to select them all. I'm going to click every box. And as you can see, what happens when we click every box, look what happens down here. Add 6 properties to Charlie Chat. Begin analysis. Well, what I can do right now, I'm only going to do one. So let me just unplug them all. I want Charlie to go in and analyze each one of these properties. So I hit begin analysis, and now I'm ideating. That I've got a million of them, folks. Okay, so here's what we know about this particular property. Built in 63, 17 units. The property at 101 Superior Street presents an intriguing opportunity with a solid number of units and a significant equity percentage. The history of no outstanding mortgage balance and high equity makes it a favorable investment prospect. The absentee owner status and corporate ownership suggest a potential for negotiation flexibility. I would approach this property with a strong offer close to the estimated market value to capitalize on the evident equity. Negotiating for favorable terms, such as a quick closing or potential seller financing, could further enhance the deal. Contingencies should focus on property inspection and clear title verification. Here's my verdict. Let's pursue this deal. This property holds promise with its attractive equity position and ownership details indicating a potential openness to negotiation. Pursuing this investment could lead to a profitable acquisition with room for value appreciation. Wow, that sounds pretty cool. I like this property. I'm going to favorite it. But you know what I'm going to do, because we only have 6 of these multifamily of these distressed assets, value add, or motivated sellers, I'm going to favorite them all. So what I can do now, because I've just favorited them all, I'm going to jump on over to my properties. Now, I have some in my hometown. I was fooling around with my hometown just a moment ago, but I'm going to look for some in Michigan. And there they are. So I just did a search on there are the 6. Now, folks, for the rest of this conversation, we're going to focus on how do we go after these 6. Well, the first thing we want to do is identify the owners. Look what we've got down here. We've got absentee owner, REO, absentee owner, absentee owner. So this it doesn't list how many units it is, which is not surprising because different assessors' offices list things differently. 44 units, 8 units, 17 units, 24 units, all the right size. So what I want to do is I want to find out who these owners are. All I have to do is come up here to skip trace and click it. And as it goes through, if we find information on the seller, on the owner, the box will pop up with a blue border around it. So now we have all of these properties set up. Now, how do we go after these properties? There are so many ways that we can do it, but let's do this. If I click on this, or even if I click select all, I clicked all of them, and I want to come over here and generate a marketing letter. And there we have 6 marketing letters, all addressed to the owners of these properties that we can go out and send. Folks, we have a great marketing letter that we have in the library, the template library. But we also are coming up with, which we found out because we have so many email addresses for the owners, we've got an email template that you're going to be able to copy and paste and send out. So how would you like it if you could sit here within 10 minutes of identifying Michigan City as a market you're looking for, find 6 motivated sellers meeting our criteria, and send out emails to them just like that? And let me just show you. I'll pick this guy, 17 units, 101 Superior. He's owned it for 13 years. He's out of state. Let's click one more time. And the name of the owner is Superior Apartments. The guy's 75 years old who owns it. There's his email address at Hotmail, and he's located in River Forest, Illinois. How would you like to send him an email right now? Well, that's what you're going to be able to do. You'll be able to copy his email address, go ahead and generate that email template and send it on out to him, all filled in. Let me show you what the email looks like, what the letter looks like first. Let me jump back on over here. This is the letter that would go to Mr. Superior. We'll call him that. Enable the editing. I'm going to blow it up. Now, when I jump back over here, what I want to show you is when you first come into Charlie Chat, you're going to set up your account and you're going to set up your profile. And when you set up your profile, it's going to ask you who you are. It's going to ask you for a company logo. and then you just click that save profile. We are going to be in the near future, we're going to be having it such that if you have a call to action, like you want to have these people that you send an email to be able to go to a form on your website and fill it out, you'll be able to include a call to action. We're also going to be updating it so it has a calendar link. If the person wants to book a time with you to talk, you can have that link in there as well. So what we have here, I'm going to stop the share. I'm going to come on back over here and I'm going to start the share again with my, where are you? Here you go. No. Share screen window. Here we go. So when you click that generating the letter, it automatically pops up in here. Come move this down. I don't like having my information up there like that, but here's the date. I'm going to make it look a little bit bigger. We don't know what the owner's name is. I bet you the owner's name is N. O'Connor. I hope this note finds you well. I'm reaching out to express sincere interest in your property located at 101 Superior Street, Michigan. I focus on acquiring multifamily properties in Indiana, and this building stood out due to its location, character, and the strength of the local market. I'll read on. I'm not a broker, but this isn't a listing. I am not a broker, and this is not a listing solicitation. I'm a direct buyer looking to engage in a straightforward, respectful conversation about a potential off-market purchase. My goal is to understand your situation and see if there's a way to align my interest with your goal on your timeline. In past acquisitions, we've structured deals with flexible terms, including delayed closings, continued property management, partial seller financing, and even 1031 exchange participation. If you'd simply like to know what your property might be worth in today's market, I'd be happy to offer an informal valuation. No pressure, no obligation. You can reach me directly at, and this is where all that profile information comes in, that we insert it for you, and then I sign it. There's my title that I put into the profile, and that's how we create marketing letters for the people just as we sit here watching the football game. So the nice thing is you're going to be able to do this with emails as well very shortly. So let me jump on back over here. I'm going to jump on back to Charlie Chat. Now, let me show you some of the really cool features. As you can see, we're going to stick on, I'm going to go back to Indiana. Nope, let me see. Michigan. There we go. We'll stick with these 6. All right. Now, what we can do is click on the picture, and we'll be able to take a look at this picture, look around. Okay, there it is. That's a perfect property. I like that property. Oh, we got to buy that one. That's a nice corner lot. We can probably drive down here a little bit, take another look at it, see if we can see it from the, look at that. That's a nice looking property. I want to own it. I want that property. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to jump back over here, and we're going to make a note about this property. It's already been skip traced. Let's set a status. I'm going to review this property. So now I've got it saved under review. This one over here, I'm engaged in this one. This one over here, we're engaged. This one over here, we made an offer on. This one over here, we acquired it. And this one over here, we rejected it. So this is a way for you to be able to go through all the different status of the process for acquiring the property. Make sure you're keeping track of each one of these properties. And then, let me get out of here. And then what we can do is do some analytics. We can see right now we've got 2 properties engaged. We have one that we sent an offer out on, one that we've acquired, one that's rejected, and then one with no status. And if we wanted to see which ones they are, all we have to do is just click on it. Click on the link. And there you have it. This is actually looking for everything. And as you can see, many of the properties I put in there, all the Nashville properties, I don't have a status on. So what we can do is just get rid of those. Let me see, rejected. Hold on. I'm going to come back here. I'm just going to watch this. I can select all and then click off the those with no status, and here we are. Now, what will happen is, let's say here you want to write a note. Okay, Sent offer, follow up on August 23rd. So what you do here is you put an asterisk, put in the date, August 23rd, and hit save. Now look what happens. You have one reminder today. Click to expand. There it is. Sent offer. Follow up on August 23rd. Oh, yeah. What was that? What was that property? Oh, let's take a look. We can click view the property, and here it is. It pops right up. It puts a big dark blue border over it. ES Tech, there are the phone numbers. Do not call. Morgan A. Abalis at Gmail. Guys located in DeMott, Indiana. There's the property right there. So those are the things that you want to do, that you can easily do by keeping track of all of your deals, where you are with each one of them. You know, you skip trace all the property. I just want to make sure that I touched everything here. You can set the different status for all of these properties, where you are in the process, so you can keep track of. You can have 300 properties in your pipeline, and you can see, just click on the analytics and you know exactly where you are in each one of them. And if you want to just follow up on any one in particular, let's see, this one is rejected. Let's go to this one. These two are engaged. There they are. Okay, what do we need to do to get this property moving? This one's REO. This one's both are absentee owners. So I want to follow up with all of these properties. Hey, Ed, how do you like these deals? I know you. You're probably going to be wondering, how do I get this, get access to this, and I can start marketing to these owners right away. You don't have to wait for the brokers to give it to you. That's the worst way to find deals. Other things you can do, we have the card view. Then we also have the map view, and you can see there are the maps. There are the well, in this particular case, because we had limited it. Let me come back over here. I'm going to take this off. So there are all the properties. And if I go ahead and I click on map, because I have some in here, here's the Michigan, Indiana one, Michigan City, and over here are the Nashua ones. And you can separate them. You can do a search, and then you can dig down deep on the map. Other things is what we call the matrix. These are where we feel these properties are as far as opportunities. We got one big one up here that's a sleeper. I just took it out. We have some over here that are gold mines. Not really, none of them. We have several of these that are very cautionary properties. We'd want to look at that. And over here, we have some fixer-uppers. So you can really, once you've identified your market, you can really hone in on exactly what you're looking for. That's when we talk about how cool of a tool is this search. That's what we mean. I'm just going to go in here, and of course, as a lawyer, you're always supposed to know the answer to every question. I'm just going to go in here. Tell me about the multifamily market in Michigan City, Indiana. Oh, fingers crossed. Let's see. Let's see what Charlie is actualizing for this. Files you up to provide general information of value markets, multifamily. They do not contain specific details. Look in the knowledge base and internet for multifamily information regarding Michigan City, Indiana. Sometimes you got to change the way you ask the question to really find out what's going on. I found some information. Here we go. In Michigan City, 16.44% of the housing stock is vacant. Wow. Wow. Rocket housing market. The average listing age for homes in Michigan City was 88 days. Avison Young multifamily market overview. The multifamily demand in major U.S. markets, including Michigan City, continues to perform strongly in the first half of 2025, with absorption rates potentially surpassing the record-breaking totals of 2024. You can read more about this at Avison Young. Avison Young, I think, is more of a hotel broker, but they're showing multifamily here. provide insights into multifamily trends. Okay, so this is the type of information you'll want to dig down much deeper on before you go out there and start moving all yours and your clients' money into Michigan City. So now what we do here is we've found a property we like. Now let's do some analysis on it. Now the thing is that in many cases you're not going to have all the information, because what we're trying to do here is really figure out which is the best deal. I'm going to search down to Superior. There's this property we're looking for. It had an assessed value of $470,100. Now, and there are 17 units. All right. Now, what we're going to do is do a property analysis. And the problem here, let me go back over here to my properties. Let's take a look at that Superior property. Let's pop it up on the let's look at this map. Let's do a search in. Now, as you can see, Michigan City is not within one of these big circles. These there are 483 circles around the country that we've identified. These are all MSAs, okay? Metropolitan Statistical Areas. In this particular case, Michigan City is not in any one particular area. The closest one we'll say is South Bend. And as you can see, South Bend is grayed out. So if we look over here, the gray color corresponds to a moderate cost between $1,400 and $1,799 per month of rental income. I'm going to go with the $1,400. Okay. Now, what I'll also know about this property is that it was built in 63. It's 62 years old. Okay. Now, let's jump on back over here to the property analyzer. I'm just going to say, let's call it $1 million property just for fun. We don't know that yet. I'm going to put in the basic. I'm going to make it a 25% down payment. We'll say the interest rate is 7, though pretty soon those will start coming down. We're going to get an amortizing loan. We're going to do an amortizing loan over 25 years. Let me get this back. Why is it doing that to me? Why don't we try this and go up from there? There we go, 25. All right, closing cost 3%. Disposition cap rate, I don't know. I'm just going to throw in 8. Now there were 17 units. We'll say that the average rent was about $1,400 a month. Oh man, the vacancy was 15. We're going to say the rental growth is about 2%. It's a tertiary market. We're going to say no other income, no income producers. Now, here's the problem. We don't have any of the expenses, but we have rules of thumb for expenses. So if you don't have the expenses, what you can do is click this, use percentage. So in this particular case, if you put the cursor over the block, it will tell you my rules of thumb. The fact that it's a 1963 tells me that it's going to be an all bills paid property. So an all bills paid property will most likely have expense ratios in the 60s. So I'm going to put in 60. And then I'm done. I'm not going to worry about the CapEx. Now what we have to do, as you can see here, there's my operating income. There's my expense ratio. The debt service is about 1.53. The cash on cash return is about 8.93, and the total ROI is about 28.25. So what that tells me is that about $1 million, that's a good investor offer. That number works for me. So what I can do here is I can click on more. I'm going to save this scenario as Michigan City Superior. I click save, and now it is saved on your computer. So if ever you come back to it and you want to pull it up, you can just click on more and load this scenario back in, and you have it right there for you. Now, what you can also do is click on Charlie's analysis, and here's my breakdown of what I think makes this a good investment. All right. You can do a 10-year cash flow report, but because we use the expense ratio, you're not going to see many numbers in there. What you really want to do is get the actual numbers from the owner. You can print off the summary. We'll close that. And as you can see, I'm calling this an investment grade B. Now, that's not, it's a B class asset. This is probably a solid C minus asset. But as an investment at $1 million, this one's not a bad investment. So I would definitely keep this one on the block so that we can come back later and make offers. Well, actually, why don't we make an offer now? Let's go back over here, my properties, pull up the Superior, click on it, come over to generate documents, and I'm going to write a letter of intent right now on this property. I have put up, through my years of coaching and training and practicing law, I have put up 5 template documents that you can capture when you sign up for Charlie Chat. They are a short form letter of intent, a long form letter of intent, a master lease offer if you think that's going to be the way the seller will go. If you're doing an assumption, I have a special letter of intent for an assumption. And then if you're doing any form of seller financing, I give you the letter of intent for a seller financing deal. So what you do when you fill this out is you put in the owner's name, Bob, owner's last name, owner. He's located 240 Gale, River Forest, Illinois. See, we've already captured that information. I'm going to offer him $1 million. I'm going to put $10,000 down. I'm going to inspect for 30 days. I'm going to finance for 45, and I'm going to close in 60. And I hit generate LOI. And folks, there it is right there. I'll pull it up right now so you all can see it. And I'm going to stop my share. And as you can see, I'll pull it back over here. StreamYard, here we go. Share my screen. Folks, there's the offer. I'll take my information out. There's Bob owner, letter of intent for this property. Dear Bob, enclosed, please find under which Charles Dobens, see, this is why you want to always put in your profile information, will purchase it for $1 million, will earnest money $10,000, 30 days for the inspection, right there, financing 45 days, closing in 60, everything we just said. There's all of the due diligence information I want, and you're done. How easy was that? How quickly can you catapult your business when you're making offers that quickly and that work? Hold on, let me jump on back over here to share my screen. Llama, I kind of like this tool. What are you talking about, Llama? This tool is awesome. Okay, let me see. Llama says a cap rate for Michigan City is 5.2. As of April of 2025. Depressed market. What's turnaround potential? Interesting. Is there a replay for this? Must leave now. Linda, we're going to be posting these on our landing page, so you'll be able to see it. Llama, where have you been? Good to see you. I'll come back to those questions in just a moment, but I'm going to go back. Let me just go back to the analysis one more time, because Llama told me that the cap rate in this particular community is let me see, here we are. I'm going to go back more, load scenario. It's going to ask me for the Michigan. Let me find that. Oh, it'll be down under downloads. Here we go. That's it right there. All right. So I just loaded it back in. There's $1 million. I'm right back to where I was before. Now Llama said that the cap rate disposition, she said it's about 5. So if it's 5.2 now, disposition is going to be about 6.2. Right now we are, where's the IR? Where's the cap rate? Yeah, look at this. At this we're buying it at a 15 cap. No wonder now it's an investment grade 1.8 plus because I changed the disposition cap rate. We're buying it at a 15. Probably not going to fly. Let's go back here and if we put in let's do 1.5 million. And what I do is I look at it and I say, all right, well, the debt coverage ratio 1.6. That's good. Expense ratio. What happened to the expense ratio? Why is it showing? It actually should be an expense ratio of 60. There we go. And we'll do 2% growth. Cap rate 6.47, more in line. Look at the debt coverage ratio 1.02, negative cash on cash, holding period 10 years. That's not working for me. I'd have to come back here and maybe, if we put 20% down, if we did a 30-year amortization, come on, baby. We'll do a 30-year amortization. What else can I do? All right, so now the disposition cap rate is probably going to be more like 7 if we're buying it at a 6.47. I think those numbers are more in line. All of those, what happens if, well, we won't fool around with that, but look at the debt coverage ratio, 1.01. 1.5 doesn't work. What we'd have to do is come back over here and let's make it 1.25. And if we do that, now we're at 1.22. 3% cash on cash, internal rate of return in year 10. See, that doesn't even work. And part of the reason why it doesn't work is because of these cap rates. We're buying it at a 7.7. We're disposing of it at a 7. That's the problem. Watch what happens if I say a 6. Now my internal rate of return has gone back up, but it's still nothing to write home about. So this is the problem with these areas. You've got to really find a steal. See if you can steal this property away for $1 million. Now you're talking like you've got a good property, a good deal. And I know Ed Lowry. That guy is not. Look at this, 18% IRR. Now we're at a 10% cash on cash. That's the right price for this deal. Investment grade A-. $1 million is the right price for this 17-unit property. And look at that, how quickly you did it. You made an offer. You can sign it up. I'm going to jump back over here to the screen. Before I explain to you how you can all sign up today, I'm going to just jump on over, stop the, let me see if I come back here, Molly. Let me see. Okay, so Ed says agents call these old and charming. Yeah, exactly. And then they also call every pool a sparkling pool. Yeah, sure it is. I use a definition that my mentor gave me years ago of a motivated seller, which is that an owner whose highest priority in life is to dispose of their property. Ain't that the truth, Llama? Let's see. Seems like a decent description of a motivated seller in Michigan City. Yep. Does the skip trace function have cell phone numbers? Yes, it does, Llama. If we have them, we can get the cell phone numbers for them, which I absolutely love. Pick up the phone and call the owner. What do you think the brokers do? They're talking to them. There's no reason why you shouldn't. Absentee owner in another state, over 70 plus years old, capital gains issue. Right, exactly, Llama. But look at the letter that I sent him. I talked about different ways that you can structure the deal to protect against capital gains issues. But of course, the best one is death. Okay, you didn't hear me say that. Great seller financing candidate. I agree. I absolutely agree. This might be like a master lease type of deal. And if so, I've got a letter of intent for that. Is your valuation like a broker price opinion? I used to give note holders a BPO-like appraisal of what they're noting. Yeah, you know what, Llama, it really is. Unless you get the trailing 12, unless you really get to see how this property is performed, it's really a BPO. I would make my offer contingent upon seeing the financials, which obviously they all are. But if I wanted to get, remember my letter to the seller was, if you just like a price on your property, let me put something together. And that's what that property analyzer is for. And it also comes with a 10-year cash flow. So you can actually share that with the seller and have him tell you where you're wrong, which is what you want to have happen. You want to create that dialogue between the two of you. All right. That strategy does work to get responses, but I found not all the owners were motivated and my valuation was shopped. Absolutely. I mean, that's what makes successful investors successful, is they keep looking for motivated sellers. And the difference between a motivated seller today and a motivated seller 3 years from now is time. You just got to stay in front of these people. And when you have a tool like this and you've favorited these properties and you're constantly in touch with these people just because the system is already set up to do it for you, you're going to win. You're going to win every single day. Is there a replay? Yeah, we're going to try to put all of these things together on a replay. This one actually might be going out as a standard one. Interesting. Ed says depressed market. What's the turnaround potential? That's it, Ed. If it is a anemic growth, then the only way you're able to get any type of bang for your buck is by stealing it, and then getting that, buying on the upswing and that what do they call it, emerging markets. But when you're dealing with tertiary markets, it's harder to get your money into, and it's harder to get your money out of. So you got to take that in consideration when you're buying these properties. But hey, we find the guy's 70 some odd years old. You offer $1 million, the guy might just take it. Let's see. Llama says, I kind of like this tool. Llama, it's the bomb. It is the absolute bomb. It keeps getting better too. For those of you, and Ed's one of them, who saw this program when I first rolled it out, it is nothing like that today. What it does now is just light years over what it used to be. And it's just so much fun to play. I'm familiar with Benton Harbor area, and it's not the greatest. Yeah, Benton Harbor is, problem with Benton Harbor is it's a seasonal area way up north. Michigan City is like 45 minutes to an hour south of Benton. Oh, I thought it's more than that. Isn't Benton Harbor way up north and near the UP? I'm sorry, people from Michigan. And let's see, Ed, Class C has to have a higher cap rate. Okay, Ed. So Ed, I could not agree with you more. Llama, I think I skipped over. I did. Cap rate for Michigan City is 5.2. Llama, where are you getting that number? Because I would find that very hard to believe. That must be a Marcus and Millichap broker's package that you're reading, because it probably is closer to a 7. And as a matter of fact, if you look at the numbers that are working for us, it's around a 7 cap. Let's see. So what do you think of this idea, Charles? Master lease for 1 year with an option to buy. Okay, I don't like that idea. And if anybody can tell me, who's a student of mine, they know why I don't like that idea. The thing with a master lease is you have to solve for 2 problems: time and money. Money is who's going to pay for the upkeep, who's going to pay when there's a shortfall, who's going to pay when the collections are bad, who's going to pay when there's the pipe from the building to the city breaks. Is that on the master lessor or the master lessee? That's the first question, money. The second issue you're dealing with master lease is time. 12 months for a master lease is a recipe for failure, because as soon as you get in there, and it's going to take you 3 months to get your feet wet and understand what's going on in that property, then you essentially have 6 months to turn that property around. You've got 6 months to do what that guy couldn't do in years. And you're starting flat-footed. Because what happens at the end of 6 months is you got to start talking to the banks, and you're going to start showing the banks 90 for 90. And if you can't show the banks that you've got a good track record, you're not getting financing. That master lease and that option fee that you paid is going back to the seller. So when you're doing a master lease, you need time, at least 36 months, at least 5 years would be even better. So those are the things you need to take into consideration. Now, is this one a master lease option? I have no idea. But here's the thing, is you never lead with a master lease option. You always use it as a tool in your toolbox when you find out you can't get that deal financed. Hey, Mr. Seller, I got some bad news for you. I can't find a bank that will lend me money on this property as a going concern right now. And here's the other problem. If I can't get financed, nobody else will also. So I have an idea to help you fix this problem. Let me take on this property as a master lease. Here's how we'll structure it. And then after a certain amount of time, and I'll pay you $10,000 up front for me to take over this property. And then over a certain amount of time, I'm going to have to exercise that option. or I got to turn the property back over to you. What do you say? That's the only way we can get this property back on track. And that's how you want to sell a master lease. You never want to lead, hey, I know you just met me from an email that I found when I did a skip trace, but I'd like to take over your property and run everything, and hope that in 3 years it'll be good enough that I can buy it. Who are you? It doesn't work that way. So those are the things you think about when you're looking at these types of deals, and you're thinking, what's the best way to come up with it? There was another question in here. This could be a great opportunity for seller financing. Exactly. Go use the seller financing letter of intent and fill in the terms that work for you. All right. So let me, I'm going to jump back on over to the, to show you exactly how you can sign up for this. What you want to do is when you come to the main page, right? Stay and save, jump on, I'm going to leave it out. See, come on over here to the main page. Because I'm logged in, I can play with all these buttons. But when you come to the main page, there'll be the home page and then the pricing page. Here are the options. I'm going to do it. You can do it monthly, or you can do them annually. Here are the options. If you wanted to just sign up for Charlie Chat, there's the Charlie Chat Basic, which is $0 it costs. So everybody on this call should be signed up right now, or at least getting signed up for Charlie Chat, because it doesn't cost you anything. And what you're going to get for that is unlimited Charlie Chats. Those are asking me questions in the AI generator. And that's where I come up with the answers about those properties, about multifamily, about how to structure self-funded deals. If even if you go back to the home page and you see the auto-generated questions, those are some of the samples that we use. But man, you can ask me anything. You'll have full access to my entire knowledge base. It will include deal tactics and closing strategies. And we're also going to give you 250 free property matches to get started. And what that means is, how I did the search on Michigan City, and it came up with 150. And over on the left-hand side, you could only see 10. Well, and then if you scroll down to the bottom, it says load 10 more. We don't want you to burn right through it. And if we didn't put that stop on there, those people in the Charlie Chat would be down to 100 properties left. So if you go to, like I think James was asking for North Carolina, you could have 40,000, but we only give them to you in 10 unit increments, because we don't want you to burn all the way through them. So you get 250 free property matches just to get you started, just to find out what it's like. After that point, you'll have to sign on up to one of these other levels. The most popular one is Charlie Chat Plus, which is $75 per month, billed annually. If you click over here on the monthly, as you can see, monthly, it's going to be $90. That gives you everything from Charlie Chat, plus it's going to give you the AI analysis of broker documents. Oh yeah, forgot to show you that part. Check this out. You come over here to home, and when you want to do a search, you can click on this little button right here, this little paperclip. When you click on that, it'll pull up your search, your file in your computer, and you can upload an offering memorandum, a trailing 12, a rent roll, right into Charlie Chat and ask it any question you want. You can get an offering memorandum from a broker, upload it and say, is this a good deal or not? Tell me what you know. And that is one of the features when you're in the Charlie Chat Plus product. It gives you the best practice marketing tools like the generating letters and the letters of intent. You can do advanced property analytics and mapping, where we showed you exactly how to track all those properties and how to follow up with them, and how to do skip tracing. Unlimited national property matches every month. So when you get into the paid versions, we give you the access as much, do as many searches as you want. We want you engaged and using Charlie Chat and really starting to build the marketing arm of your multifamily business and identify those properties quickly. So we give you unlimited national property matches. Now, what I consider to be the best value, because I come with the next two versions, is the Charlie Chat Pro. If you are truly in this business, you've got to sign up for the Charlie Chat Pro. This is everything that we talked about before, but it also gives you access to my masterclass training. You will instantly get, I think it's 14 training sessions with me. Molly can correct me on that one. You also get weekly group coaching calls with me live every Monday night, 7 to 8 p.m. Come online. We have a set agenda. We look at properties. We check what's going on with the market. We open it up to question and answers. You talk to me. I talk to you. You talk to everyone else in the Charlie Chat Pro version in the Monday Night Live. And so that is, but you get that once a week with me, direct access. And then once again, you also get the unlimited national property matches. And it also says on here, the community access. I want you to engage with all my other students. I think that's the best way to learn in this business. And then finally, the multifamily cohort program. This is my baby. I love this. This is where we all come together and we talk about putting deals together. We talk about raising private money. We make offers on deals together. And so that's and this is the only one where you get one-on-one access to me. You get my cell phone number. You get, I help you make offers. I speak to the brokers with you. This is where I am truly your mentor. That's not available for everybody. You got to click the apply now button, and that'll get you a meeting with Emma, and Emma will teach you more about it and then determine if it's the right program for you. I've been doing this for 20 years. I only want to work with people that are so laser focused on owning multifamily property. Those people help me wake up in the morning. It's so fun working with them. So, folks, it's so simple. You go to multifamily. I hope Molly is going to put it. She probably already is. Molly's got it. Yeah, multifamilyos.ai. Go ahead and click on that link. Go ahead and sign up. Doesn't cost you anything. I'll tell you, this is a phenomenal product. And I love how I got this piano in this fake drawback, because I actually have a piano. It looks just like it. I'm probably going to be playing it this afternoon. But this is what how it works. This is what Charlie Chat's all about. This is what I was talking about. We're saying it's not just a shiny new object. It is a tool that every investor needs. When you identify that market, that's the first step in determining where you're going to be building your multifamily investment portfolio. Once you've made that decision, you have just closed your market. That's the unique thing about multifamily and real estate investing. Once you identify that market, you are limited in the opportunities that you have. If you go say, well, I'm looking for properties between 20 and 50 units in the Michigan City, Indiana area. Okay. Turns out there are 17 of them. That's over the next 12 months, you've got 17 properties to go after. Are you going to sit around and wait for the brokers to send them to you? Or are you going to go directly to the owners and start talking to them every single month so they know your name? Are you going to put little reminders into Charlie Chat so it pops up, tells you, hey, you've got to call this guy back? That's how you find the deals nowadays, folks. You cannot wait for the brokers. All right, folks, I hope you all sign up. I will know if you do. And I'll tell you, folks, I'm so excited about this program, and I'm so excited about all the different levels of opportunities that people can get into. And I'm so excited about the cohort program and really working with the great investors. And those other great investors, we actually talk every morning at 8:30 in the morning Eastern time to 9 o'clock, just to kick each other in the fanny, find out what's going on. It is really a great group of people. And Ed's part of it. So it is, and Ed has become a friend, a dear friend. I really enjoy when he shows up in the mornings. Okay, everybody, great to see you. Go enjoy the rest of your day. Go sign up for Charlie Chat. Start fooling around with it. Kick the tires. Do some searches. Get excited about it because it is truly the best thing out there. Thanks, Llama. I am so glad you like it because I made it for you. All right. Good to see you all. I'll talk to you soon.